Hey everybody! So I'm so happy you guys are here. Trying to pull up my, let's see, trying to get my comments, all your guys' the chat on here. Let's see, where is it? I had it a minute ago. So how are you guys doing? Not that I can see that right now because I'm trying to find my, let's see here. Where is it at? Let's see, and I need to bring this over so you guys can hear me. My new microphone, I love it. Where is it? That's not what I was looking for, but okay. Hey Jeff, hey Kat, hey Mariah. I had to pull up a different way because I'm not seeing it in my eCam. So not a problem. There we go. So who is warm? I'm not warm at all. Like, not even. It was, Meadow is actually, she will join us later. She is in the shower trying to warm up because it's like, I think I want to say it's like 20 something degrees here today. It's like 25 degrees, which is probably hotter than you, Jeff. Kat, where are you at? Oh, hi, Bubbles. Did you notice Bubbles is in this month's kit, Jeff? Right there. That is little man. Let's see. Why can I not find this? Let's see. There it is! Yay, I found it! So, yes, little Mr. Bubbles is right here. I don't know if I got his floof right. His little tail, because I know you wanted me to draw it a certain way. So, yeah, I tried. Like, I really tried. So, let's go ahead and look at him on here, though, because this is cute. So, these are the 2 stamp sets for this kit. Let me see. I'm just going to use the back of this. So, here is, this is for Mama Meadow. We've got Meadow. We have a bunny with a carrot, of course. We have a little kitty cat. And we have a little dog. He's supposed to be a little corgi, but I left some of the lines off of him so that you could color him however you want. Because with those ears, he could be a chihuahua for all you know. And then we have a pet carrier. We have some snacks, which if I'll have to wait till Meadow gets out or comes and joins us, because she actually colored this whole thing, which, well, you can see, maybe see here. She actually colored everything like Scooby-Doo. So let's see. Thank you, Jeff. Oh, yeah. Kat, you're really cold. Sorry. So sorry. Hey, is that Lori? Cold or not, it's Super Bowl Sunday. That's awesome. So these ones for the, this is March, for those just joining us, this is the March Crafty Crew Kit. And the sentiments on this one is your possum, friends forever, pet hair is my glitter. So then we also have, this one is called The Pets Are Family, because let's face it, they are family. So we have a fish bowl, a couple fish, and then you can't have a fish bowl and call pets our family without giving them a little castle house or some little greens for inside their bowl. And then we have a little cage. And this one, I did it this way because it made me think of Tweety Bird. And Jeff knows I love cartoons. So we went with a little bird, and we have the little Tweety Bird cage. And we have a little turtle and a cute little ladybug. Now, this set, I actually made it so that you could mix and match your sentiments. So for this one, we have best ever, okay? And then you've got sitter, groomer, vet, and I'm sure we can come up with more things. But when I make cards for people with my animals, it's, well, I don't have anybody that sits my pets because they're crazy. My pets are crazy. So we just make them for the vet, and we have groomer and sitter. But best ever. And then we have powered by caffeine and pet hair. Because let's face it, I've got my caffeine right here. And then with sympathy, because we all know we have those times where we lose a pet. So, and then pets are family, and thank you for caring. So those are our 2 stamp sets for the kit this month, and I absolutely love how they turned out. Our paper this month is called Fur Babies, because it's all about the fur babies. Now, if you're new to us, all of our paper, it doesn't matter if it's a kit, if you just buy it, however, all of our paper comes with these 6x6 sleeves. You don't have to buy them extra or anything like that. They just come with the sleeve. Puppy bowl, that's cute. So with Fur Babies, all of our paper is toner printed, and it's double-sided. I know that doesn't, this is just a color, because sometimes, I don't know about you guys, but I have problems finding cardstock to actually match my patterned paper. So we try to, we don't always, but we try to put in a couple of just full sheets of just color that will match the paper, the pattern paper. So we have cute little paws, and on the other side is the, I don't know, kind of looks like sand, kind of like a khaki sand color to me. And then we have some cute little polka dots with, we've got red, pink, hot pink, orange, teal, and like a greenish gray color. And then we have orange to match all the orange, because those are the colors that I was like, out of all these colors, which one am I going to have the hardest time matching? And it was the orange and the tan, because I didn't have any. So we have some polka dots. And then we have some pink feet for our little girls, little girl animals, or some little pink stripes. We also have blue feet and blue stripes. And then maybe somebody's getting a new pet and you're not quite sure what it is yet. We've got the brown, or this is good for boys too. And then we have, I love this. I don't know why, but I love Argyle print. And I love all the different colors too. So that's the tan. And then we have this one that has a little leash, some paw prints and polka dots, because I have to have my polka dots. And you have either brown or you have pink and orange with brown. So that is the paper for this month. And this isn't, you can see it's not super, super slick Our old paper was pretty darn slick, where if you picked it up, it would just, the whole thing in the middle would just fall out and go everywhere. So I love our new printer. He is amazing, and I love that he's like less than 1.5 miles away from my house. That makes it nice. So let me get these back in here. And the last thing, or one of the last things, is we have this cute, this is called Little Paws, because I have a Yorkie and he's literally like 2 pounds or less, and he has little teeny tiny little pads on his feet. So this was what made me think of his feet. So this is called Little Paw, and this is actually 10 mil. This is, I don't know if you guys can hear this, but this is pretty darn thick mylar. It is not going to, if you're rubbing on it or anything, it's not going to come up while you're blending your colors or anything like that. I love to actually, and what I plan on doing, not tonight, but what I plan on doing for another card, because I could not wait to get these from the manufacturer, was I want to dry emboss this and then color the feet, but do it like in brown, blue, and pinks, and, you know, just do all different colors with dry embossing this. So I'm going to stick this right in here. Now, you do get, with the kit, it does come with a white zipper pouch to keep everything in, and I didn't grab mine, so I'm sorry about that. I'll have Meadow grab it as soon as she comes back in the room. So let's see, what do we want to color? So, oh, I didn't say we had the chinchilla, and we have a little guinea pig too, because the kids had a guinea pig when they were little. So the price of the kit, we're going to color tonight too. The ribbon, that's what I forgot, was the ribbon. So if you're a subscriber, as an extra thank you for subscribing, we give you, you will get 1.5 yards of each of these ribbons. So this is just grosgrain ribbon with some little paw prints on it. Super cute. And they are black. See, I see these paw prints on the envelopes of cards. Oh, yeah. That would be cute. Thank you, Jeff. Hey, Danny. Thank you. Mariah, I can't wait to see what you do with the stencil. Actually, I can't wait to see what you do with the whole kit. I'm really excited to see what you do. So, but you'll get 2 of these. You'll get each color, black and white with black, 1.5 yards each of the ribbon. So to subscribe, it's a at first we like you to subscribe for at least 3 months, but it's $45.99. You get 35% off of the retail prices, and later you will also have a card in your kit that will give you a discount code for 10% off of your of a non-subscription order. So say you get your subscription in the mail, and then we have a new release, then you'll get to take 10% off of whatever you want. So then we have 15% off retail prices if you don't want a subscription, because some people don't, they just don't want to. They just want a one-off, and that's fine. And that's $54.99. Now, one thing about subscriptions, I've had this question a lot, so I want to make sure I address it. When you subscribe, say you don't like a kit. Let's see. Like this was the last kit. And our kits are bi-monthly. They're not every single month. If I got a kit every single month, I think I would be overwhelmed and I wouldn't have time to use it. So that's why we decided to do it every other month. That way it gives people time to use it, or, you know, at least look at it sometimes if life is busy. So this was last month. Say you signed up during this month, and now this is the next kit, and you're like, I don't think that one's for me. That's okay. You can go into your account on the website and you can pause it. You can pause, cancel everything directly from your account on the website. So this is, I love this set. So I don't know why anybody wouldn't want it. It's really cute, but I love them all. So I think I'm biased. So let's color some of this. So I have, this is just some accent paper. Meadow was going to color tonight, but then she was so cold, her teeth were chattering. So I said, you know what? Go take a shower. Go warm up. Go get warm. So you guys get me tonight. So we are going to, let's see, we're going to color the girl. So she's so cute. I love her. And I made her to where she, her hair, Meadow used to wear her hair like that when she was little. She always wanted the little foofy buns on either side of her head. So these have not been used yet. These are brand new. I know that they were colored, but I just printed them out. And Meadow colored them for me. So this is straight from the manufacturer, so you're going to see how well our stamps do right on the first one, if I can stamp it right. So most of the time it's error because of me, not because of the stamp. Let me grab this because my arm is messed up right now. Lovely tennis elbow. Gotta love it. I am using 80-pound cardstock. And this is just accent white, which is actually, it's kind of like, the easiest way to say this is that it's basically like prescription drugs. Nina is your name brand, and then this is your generic brand. But I've learned so much from my printer. He actually let me know that this paper, the accent paper, is actually the same as Nina. Just, you're not paying for the name. And I did not press in the middle of her face. What is going on? Meadow? Oh, I double stamped. I moved it. That's what happened. That's why Meadow probably doesn't use that. So let me try this way, because I know Meadow doesn't use this part, and hers come out fine just every single time. So let me try this again, because I really don't want it to miss her nose. I always have problems getting the middle of stamps anyways, so that's just me. There we go. So I just can't use that part. I just have to do what Meadow does and not use that bit. Okay, so we're going to color that, and then let's see, what do I want to color? What? I'll go ahead and, do I want the snacks or do I want the fish? You know what? I'm just going to color her for right now. And the nice thing I think about her for Mama Meadow is that even though she comes in a stamp set with a bunch of animals, she doesn't have anything on her, so you can actually use her for something else too, which I think is really nice. I am going to go ahead. Let's see, pressure tools are always best to use anyways. Yes. Good night, Mariah. I hope you sleep well. I will see you next time, sweetheart. Let's see, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in. Here we go. That way you guys can see what I'm coloring here. Let me go ahead and focus my camera. Sorry for the jiggles, but my camera's mounted to the ceiling, so Whoops. There we go. Okay, the jiggles will stop in a second. Hopefully that doesn't make anybody motion sick. And I am going to start with, let's see, what do I have in here? Not a whole lot of anything. I don't know what Meadow was using. So I'm going to grab my skin colors. I'm going to grab E000, E00. I'm going to grab some, you know what, I'm going to pull a Meadow and I'm going to grab some E13, even though I am not doing no line coloring like she does. And I'm going to grab some E21, some R30, and where is it? R20. So don't worry, I will go ahead and put all these colors down in the description below when we're all done tonight. That way you guys don't have to worry like, what color, what color? Don't worry, I gotcha. And I forgot E11. Where's E11? Betcha Meadow, girlfriend. She stole my E11. Can you believe it, that girl? I love that my daughter colors with me, but at the same time, she's stealing all my markers all the time. So we are going to go with E13 first, okay? And I'm just going to color just along her bangs. And I'm not going to do like it, I don't want it really super, super dark. I like those names, Kat. That's cute. We used to have a Chihuahua. Her name was Graciela. Thank you, Lori. I like drawing them. They're a lot of fun. So, and then I'm going to get her nose. And I'm going to get some shadow underneath her chin. And she'll have a little bit of a shadow here. For those of you that are new with me, I don't always do shadows because I feel like it kind of takes the fun away from everything. And most of the time I just want to color. And so I will color whatever makes me feel happy. So I'm not always coloring shadows all the time. Let's see, so, and then she's got some little leggings on. So we'll put a little shadow under her leggings. Even though I keep saying this is where I'm going to put the shadow. Gosh. And then I'm going to put some right here under her shoe. And then I'm going to put some right on the inside of her leg. So pretty much where I've put the shadows from, the sun's going to be coming this way for the most part. And now I really cannot find my I think Meadow did take off with my E11. So I'm going to go over here just to the other side of the room really fast and grab that out of her markers. See if she's got it. Pardon me for just a minute. Meadow. Girl, there it is. And she has all of her markers in like a little bag thing. We need to get her a tray like what I have. So they're all just mixed up together. And my OCD is like, oh my gosh, I'm going crazy. Here we go. So now I'm going to use E11. And I'm going to do the same thing. And I'm going to go ahead and pull that out just a little. You know what, Kat, if you have Chihuahuas, we have Wonder Dog Gracie. She is a stamp set. She's a little superhero. And she's a little Chihuahua. just about everything that I do is based off of our pets or my family somehow. But it always has some kind of meaning to us. Okay, so that was E11. Now I'm going to go with E21. Hopefully I'm staying on camera. Yep. Again, not pulling very much out. I am going to go ahead because I notice I'm going into her eye a little bit. So right here, there's a little line at the bottom of her eye. And I'm just going to go ahead and go around that bit right there. That way I don't go into the white of her eye. I know that this right here looks like it would be like the white and everything of her eye, but it's not. It's supposed to be, that's the iris of her eye. And then the white, I didn't close. I don't know why I don't, but I don't. I have seen them colored both ways though, and I do like them both ways. I don't know, I'm used to doing it this way. It was actually Meadow who got me into drawing chibis and little anime things. She looks like she has a mask on. Oh, you have it! That's awesome! I love that stamp set. So I'm going to do R20 with some of her cheeks. And I'm just going to go out a little ways because I like R20, but I don't like, it looks like if you pull it all the way out, to me, when I do it, not anybody else, but when I do it, it looks like they got slapped in the face. So I usually use R30 and I pull it out the rest of the way just to tone it down a little bit and make it look more like, you know, her little cheeks are just a little pink. So here's some R30. I think I may need to refill that one. So now I'm going to use E00. And I'm going to pull out the E21 and go along these E21 lines, soften those up. Another reason I do the line with E21, or I'll even do it with E11 around the eye, is that it just really makes it define her eyes a little bit more. And I'm going to finish out her legs because there's not a whole lot of room on her legs. So I'm just going to blend those colors and smooth it all out. Then I will finish up her skin with E000. And now she's tan. How I really wish I could go outside and just sit in the sun. But there's no sun. I'm wishing for spring. Can you tell? We're supposed to actually get snow again on Friday. And I told my weatherman thank you, but hard pass. But I don't think it's going to work. I think he's still going to give us snow. So there is her skin. I'm going to leave these colors out just so I remember what I did, because I don't normally use E13, but I thought it would be fun. So there's her skin. Now let's see. I'm going to grab I really love this argyle, so I really want to use that. So I'm going to grab that piece and see if I can't. Oh, you know what would be fun is just to paper piece this and put it on her sweater. That would be loads of fun. But do I want to cut out her sweater? That is the question. No, I don't think I do. So I am just gonna, let's see, I know Meadow did her little sweater orange and her shirt blue. So maybe I'll, against my better judgment, because Meadow knows I'm not a pink person, but Meadow likes pink. So maybe I'll just make this card for her, because I'm not a pink person. Yes, you heard pink. Everybody, Meadow is here. She's going to get her computer up and going. So I'm going to make her little shirt. Let's see. Do I make her sweater? What do I want to do? What do I want to do, you guys? Let's see. Danny says, so crazy that you guys are getting so much snow and I'm the one who wants it and usually gets it and there's nothing here. I have to... Girl, let's switch. Let's switch. I'll trade with you. Oh, I'll trade. You can come to the snow. I'll go where it's warm. So I'm using RV10 for her shirt. Are you all warmed up now, Meadow?
Yes.
Yes. Danny, pink is the best color. I'll let you think that. I know you love pink. I love your cards that you did, by the way, with all the pink. Or no, that was Megan that did that. Megan, you need to tune in to Megan's blog post tomorrow. She made an all pink card. I think you're going to like it. So that was RV10. Now I'm going to go ahead and use RV00. Make this like super... Wouldn't this be like a Barbie pink? It's really bright. I'm not sure. Meadow, is that like Barbie pink?
I guess. Barbie's all kinds of pink. So she's light pink, she's hot pink. So I guess it'd be Barbie pink.
So I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit of R81 over here. And then I'll put some at the bottom of her sweater where there would be shadow. I'm going to pull that out and smooth it out with RV10. There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and do RV00 again just to smooth it. You know what? Now that I think about it, I think I'll give her pink shoes and I'll give her pink ribbons too. I'm going to start with R81 this time though. And I'm going to get the dark bits first. Get right there where her hair would be hitting in the sun. So Meadow, I'll tell you guys right now, Meadow does the shoes most of the time. Probably 99.9% of the time Meadow does the shoes. And Meadow, I love the way you did the shoes this time because they make me think of jelly beans.
Jelly beans. They do look like jelly beans.
They look like jelly beans. Little jelly bean shoes. So now I'm using RV10. And I'm just pulling out the R81. What color hair should we give her?
Pink.
And then RV00. Oh, thanks, Meadow, for putting that in there.
Brian says, hey everyone, hope y'all are doing well.
Hey, Brian. How are you doing? You've been sick again lately. How are you doing? So there is that pink. I'm not doing her hair pink too. I know, we'll do her hair blue. No, I'm kidding.
She'll be cotton candy girl.
Cotton girl. That's so funny.
Cotton candy ice cream is so good.
Where? Meadow. Meadow is stuck. So I'm going to go ahead and do her sweater in, well, I guess that's not really the right blue, is it? That's more of like a blue, not a teal blue. So let's see here. What blue do we want? Do we want... Ooh, that like matches almost perfect. Look at that. So we're going to go with, what is this? BG01. So we're going to go with BG01, 000, 2, and 5.
Ryan says, not well this afternoon. My left kidney is giving me a good bit of pain.
Well, you need to tell that kidney to knock it off.
Yeah.
It's being rude. We don't like rude kidneys. Are you on medication, Brian? Is there anything you can do? So I'm using BG02. I'm just going to go ahead and stick that in there, where a little bit of shadow would be. And this I'm just doing her little sweater. Ooh, and then I can give her some little khaki pants. So another reason I did this kit, because Meadow didn't really have a choice in the matter, I just did it, was because Meadow used to watch the cartoon The Littlest Pet Shop. And so that is what inspired me as well to do this kit besides our crazy animals. So I'm using BG01 just to pull this out a little bit. You're on antibiotics. Good. I'm glad that you have something. Try and clear that up. Now I'm going to use BG00. Pull the rest of this out. And I don't think it's going to work quite the way that I want to. What I usually do, because BG does not have a 00, and 000 does have a lot of colorless blender in it, so I tend to overblend a lot with that color, is I will use B00. You can see it's really, really kind of close. So I'm just going to, I put the BG 000 down first just to lighten up the BG 00. So that kind of changes the color a little bit, but not much. It just makes it a little lighter. I'm just coloring that in. And it's such a small area. I'm going to let that dry for a minute because I've already got a lot of ink on there, so I want that to soak in a little bit. I want it to dry, and then I will go back and put a darker contrasting color in there to really bring it to life a little bit more, which is what I also need to do with the pink, but again, I'm just waiting for it to dry a little bit. So now I said I was going to give her little khaki pants. So let's see, do I want 70s khaki or 80s khaki? Which khaki do I want? Do I want this one? Oh.
I totally forgot there were even 80s markers.
You did?
Yeah.
How do you forget that there's 80s? This is more, I don't know, this is more green. Greeny green. Let's see. So we're not going to use those. I feel like this brown, the lighter khaki-ish brown, I feel like that's more of an E40. It's brown, but it's not quite khaki. Let's see here. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the 40s for her pants. So I'm going to use E43, 42, 41. I'm going to pull out my 44, but I'm going to think about it. I don't know if I'm going to actually use it or not. So definitely going to use E43 first. Oops. Turn that around. I'm going to go just under her shirt, and then we will get the inside of her leg. I'm not going directly up to the black line, simply because light will come around her leg, so I'm just going right next to it. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. However, on this side, it'll probably get full sun, except for right here, where her hair is probably going to be dangling down and hitting. Meadow, can you turn the heater off for me, please? I'm getting a little too toasty.
A roasty toasty.
Roasty toasty. And then I'm going to go ahead and use E41, and I'm going to pull, or E42, sorry. I'm going to pull that out a little bit. No, you're fine.
Sorry, mouse.
And then E41 to finish it all out.
She's looking so cute. Excuse me.
Thank you. There we go. I think I am going to do a little bit of E44. Whoops, wrong end. Wrong end. I am going to do a little bit of E44 just under her shirt, just for a little bit of shadow. And then I'll come down. And that'll help because I felt like I lost some of the shading over here, and that will help me to get some of that back. Although her pants might get a little bit darker than what I wanted, but that's okay. There we go. Starting to see her little leg muscles. E43, just from the, or 42. I keep getting my E's messed up. And then E41. There we go. So now that all that's done and I've used almost every single marker that I have out, I am going to go back with R85 on her little bows. I'm going to make those a little bit darker. Again, not going directly up to the line. Except for like the inside of the bow, then I will. Then I'm also, this right here I am going to go because there's no, it's not a round little bit, so there will be no shadow coming through on that side. I'm going to pull that out a little. And then this, I'm just going to do a very, very thin, well, I'm going to try. I don't want to say I'm going to do it and then, woohoo, a whole big, huge, thick line through there. And then her little shoes, her little jelly bean shoes. Love her little shoes. Good job on those, Meadow. And then R81. Just to soften that up a bit. Because I do like my shadows, but I don't like them to be really harsh. I like more of a cartoony look. Just a nice, soft, cartoony look. Here we go. And then let's see, should I use, I don't really want to make it super dark, so I'm just going to soften it up a little bit more with the RV00. Okay, and I'm going to use BG05, and I'm going to do pretty much the same thing on her little sweater. You know what I could do with her sweater? Oh my gosh. I could make little stripes on her sweater.
Yeah.
Just with the darker color. I think it's fun when we have last minute ideas that we can pull off with just by using a darker color. There, isn't that cute? I love it. Although I did go out of the line a little bit, so I'm going to use my 0 to push that back in. There we go. Let's see, what color eyes should I give her, Meadow?
Purple.
Purple?
Or green.
Which color? Green. I need to take a drink of water really fast. Sorry. Here we go. So let's see. What do I have here? I don't have purple or green out. So I'm just going to grab, I don't know, what do you guys think? Kat, Brian, Danny, what should I use? What color should I make her eyes? Let me know. Because I'm just not, yeah, I have no idea. So hair, what color hair, Meadow, besides pink? Because I think she's got enough pink.
I say brown.
Brown?
Yeah.
What about black? We haven't been black in a long time.
Yeah. Do black hair.
We have not done black hair. And I know everybody tends to not like doing black. They don't mind the color. They just don't want to color it. Or should I look through my book?
Yeah.
Red hair with... she'll look like Christmas, Danny. Red hair with green eyes. She'll look like Christmas. Although that would be cute. Let me grab my book so I can get a good red color. Let's see here. Grab my Blendables book so I can see what color red hair I want. Let's see. My paper, auburn hair, brown hair, black hair. That's skin. Pink, blonde, black, fire red. Should we do fire red? Let's see, we'll do red. Is the red and the pink gonna look okay though?
Danny says, not if you do a darker red. Lori says, redheads have green eyes. And Kat says blue. Danny says, I like the black hair too.
Let's see. I don't know if I want to go fire red with the pink. So how about we do like an auburn red, like brownish red. I think that'll work a little better. So I'm going to grab my E07, my E09, my E15, E18. Where are you, E18? E18 and E49. Where is E49? Here it is. Okay. So we're going to do some auburn hair. I'm actually going to start. So E49 is going to be like my dark contrast color. So I haven't done auburn hair in so long. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to start with E18. And I'm just going to start at the top of her head. Here we go. And we will go this way. Just a bit of a warning for those who get motion sickness. I will be turning my paper quite a bit. So I will do my best to warn you that I'm going to turn it. So I'm going to go, let's see, I really want this from the bottom part of her buns. So I'm not going to do that. But I am going to draw a little line at her chin so I can get the back of her hair here. Meadow, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say bless you. Was that a cough or a sneeze? Okay. I'm not quite sure what that was. And then she's got a little piece of hair that hangs down here. So I will get that. And then she has this that's kind of tucked behind. And this is getting juicy, so I'm going to take that off. We do not need any ink pukes on my paper. Get another little line right here around her arms, because that hair will be the absolute darkest since it is behind her and pretty much the back of her neck, like your underneath hair. So now I'm going to switch her and I'm going to come up this way. And the reason that I do that is because I don't like drawing a line for shine right through the middle of their hair. I like that to be natural. So that's why I go from the top and then I go from the bottom, because then that shine will happen naturally. And to get these really thin lines, I'm barely touching my paper. I'm going to go ahead and get the bottom of her hair here. I think her hair is going to be a little darker than what I intended, but that's okay. Okay, and then I'm going to get the bottom of her little buns.
Them buns.
This almost looks purple. I don't know about you guys, but for me, it almost looks purple. I don't know why. Maybe it's my glasses. I'm not sure. Okay, so I'm done with the E18. So now I'm going to go with E15. And I'm just going to try and get between that E18 and pull it out a little bit.
Lori says you can always add some golden highlights so it's not so red.
That's true too. So I'm going to get back behind her little neck. Okay, get around her little arms. Okay, I'm going to get her bangs now. And there is my Echo Dot being very bossy. And we're going to get the bottom of her buns, and then we will flip her around again so I can go from the top. Still leaving a little bit of white in here though. That way we can still have that little shine. You know what? I'm going to check this because I haven't done that raw red hair in so long. See where we're at. That's going to get really, really red. Okay, so I'm going to go with EO9 really fast. That's going to give us some more red in here. And I think actually, you know what, before I do that, I'm going to finish her hair out with the E15. I thought I had picked something a little lighter, but I didn't. So we'll finish this out and then we will come back with our darker colors. Because this is about to get really red, which is kind of cool because we wanted red hair, right? When I make red hair, I normally do like it looks like her head is literally on fire. So I'm really liking this brownish red. Okay, so I said EO9. And remember, we're still going to have that dark contrast from the E49 as well. I'm liking this. I think I'm really liking it. What do you think, Meadow?
That's looking so cute.
So I'm just going to do a little bit on the top of her buns. And then some at the bottom. Okay, I'm going to flip her around. And I'm going to come from the bottom. Thank you, Danny, for suggesting red hair, even though I thought I was thinking Christmas. So thank you for that. I appreciate that because I'm really liking this. You obviously saw something that I did not see at first. Ooh, you know whose hair this makes me think of, Meadow? Charlie.
Yeah.
Supernatural. That's who this reminds me of, and I love her hair. Okay. So now I'm going to go in with some E49. This is really dark. Look at that. Super dark.
Danny says, glad I could help, and Kat says, that is so pretty.
So with the E49, this is just so that I can have some contrast and bring some of this a little bit forward. This isn't like, I'm not going to like really go deep with all of this. Because if you see, I'm going to put this right across here.
Kat says you're a great colorist.
Thank you. And I'm just going to put a little tiny bit in here, and then I'm going to go where I want, because like this piece here, I want that to look like it's coming forward. So I'm putting a little bit more of the E49 in there. And then I still want it to come forward even more, so I'm going to put some right there. That way it looks like her hair is actually folded into the bun. And I can do that over here as well. Okay, so I'm going to flip her around. So now I want her face to come forward. So I'm going to put some right here underneath her chin and along her neck. And just at the top of her shoulders. And then I'm going to go ahead and flick some of this in back here. That way it brings her face forward and you can tell that that is the hair that is back behind her. And then we also want to bring her bangs forward. And then this right here is supposed to be folded a little bit, where these two pieces are a little bit more forward. So just creating some dimension in her hair. And this is getting a little juicy, so I'm going to take that off before it throws up on my paper. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead. This is her bangs. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this piece forward. And I'm going on the outside of the line. That way it does look like it's bringing, like the shadow is behind. And then the top of her hair is a little bit darker, so I'll go ahead and put a few little thin strands into the top of her hair. And then I'm going to go ahead and go with the line right here. Okay, and then we had a little bit of a curl right here, so I'm going to bring that back. By putting a little bit of E49 in there. And then same with that one right there. Okay, did we decide on eyes? I think we said, was it green eyes? Was it green eyes? I think it was. Okay, so let me find, let's see. Meadow, what color do you usually use for green?
YG 1, 03, and 17.
I'm thinking, I saw these three colors. So I'm thinking I may want these ones. Ooh, that's a bit dark. A bit dark. Ooh, but that'll look pretty. Okay, so I'm going to use YG17 first. And I'm just going to go right where that angle of that little black bit is. I'm just doing a little bit of YG17. Now I'm going to use YG13. And I'm only going down about halfway, and I am blending the YG17 at the same time. Now I'm going to use YG11 to finish it out, and I'm going to blend all of that together. Meadow, do you have a C1 over there? I know mine's up in the refill bin. Yes, no?
Maybe? I don't know.
Maybe so.
Oh, mouse.
Okay.
Sit in your bed.
So right here, this black little line that goes across, that's supposed to be a shadow from her eyelids. So I'm just going to go ahead and take that all the way out to get that shadow in her eye. Oops, I'm off screen. Sorry. Here we go. Here's your C1 back, kiddo. And then I am going to go ahead and use, well, maybe I'm going to use it. Meadow, did you take my, no, you didn't, because I hid it from you. I hid the pen from you. This is just a Sharpie pen, just a fine pen. And I'm just going to go over her eyelashes. Just because I like them to be black. And while I love Memento ink, and it is the recommended ink for Copics, it doesn't quite grasp how dark I want my black. So sometimes I will go over the top of it. With a Sharpie. Just to get her little eyelashes. And then that also brings out her eyes a little bit more as well. I am covering up those little white dots because I'm going to put those back in with a white gel pen, so don't worry, I'm not getting rid of anything. So now for my white gel pen, pen, I'm going to put the shine back in her eyes. Put one at the bottom and then two at the top. And then one on this side, I will go ahead and make into a sparkle. Because we got to sparkle.
Danny says that looks so pretty.
So there she is, everybody. Oh, I forgot her tongue and her teeth. How terrible. Here we go. So E93 is what I usually use for their tongue. Meadow, what do you use like R02 and you do like
R05.
Okay. I just use R93 or E93. Easy peasy. Let's see. And then I usually use E40 for her teeth. I know, E40 isn't totally clean, but it's about as white as we're going to get, unless you just want to go over it with a white gel pen. So there is our girl. And I love her. So, let's see. Let's put this away. I'm going to go ahead and I will put all my colors, don't worry, down below. But would you guys like to see how Meadow does it cut with, she's just given me the look right now. Oh my gosh. If looks could kill, I would have never even been thought of. Do you not want to do a no line really fast?
I can't.
Do you guys want Meadow to do no line really fast? Maybe a critter or something? Since we have time, because I color a little faster than what Meadow colors. Yes? Meadow, do you want to do no line? Yeah? You're just kind of sitting there staring at me, so I don't know.
I said yeah.
Oh. Okay, well, I'll leave it to you. Do you want to use my piece of paper or do you want to use a different one?
Oh, it don't matter.
Danny says she does love to watch you color, but she has to leave and she can catch the replay.
You gotta get up, little man. I got places to be.
So here is your color. Meadow uses Memento Desert Sand when she colors. Meadow, if you use any of these, if you could just put them back right here.
Yeah.
That way I can put them over there later.
Dude, get at my feet.
And Meadow and I can switch places. I will get out of your way.
Look at that little peach.
There's nothing little about Peach.
Poor VJ.
Mouse, you need to go get in the chair, boy.
Hello. What happened to this one? She looks like Voldemort.
I used the other half of the platform, and for some reason I don't know if it was me or if it was the platform, but I tried it the way you did without the platform and it did fine. So I figured it was me. Or I figured it was the platform.
Should I color her or a critter? I'll just do her.
Oh, and then you could do them side by side with mine so everyone can see what it looks like.
Oh, oops.
What'd you do?
I forgot to clean it off from the black. I'll need a different piece of paper. I thought I had a...
Yeah, it's that piece. I stole your piece. Bless you, Papa. Bless you, Papa. If you guys can hear that, that's our dog sneezing. Well, one of our dogs sneezing.
I need a baby wipe.
Do you want me to get my thing wet?
If you want, but I just got this right here.
Go get in the chair.
I do like the chamois better though, because I feel like these feel weird. I don't like them.
Well, and the chamois don't dry them out either.
Yeah.
The stamps.
Make them all funky.
Yeah. Wipe it off, girl.
No.
Don't pull a me where you don't clean the stamp off and then let somebody else use it.
I normally don't clean them off, and then the ink I use is so light it's not even there anyway. So
Stinker.
just because I forgot to clean them off, I put them. I put them on the thing, and I'll be like, oh, I'll clean them later, and then I forget to clean them. Where's scissors? I don't like coloring on a big theme.
I don't think anybody really does. Oh, and I just remember I just saw Brian's little thing. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Give Meadow a thumbs up.
Okay, let's see.
You might have to zoom out a little bit, kid.
Why?
Oh, are you on there?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It's delayed on my computer.
Oh, okay.
So I'm definitely going to be using some pink. I don't know for what, but it's going to be used. Give her little jeans. I kind of want to do a pink shirt, or should I do What should I do? I don't know what to do. What do you guys think?
Do pink and green.
Yeah, I like pink and green. Those are nice. Nice together. Oh wait, I need to start with her eyes and her skin though first. Let's see. What is that one?
Putty, go lay down.
Oh, it's EO2. I was thinking I had an E11. Oh wait. Need that one. And where's your E11? Did you not use it?
Yeah, I used
There
it.
it
It's over
is.
there.
Puddin', do you think I can hold you right now, baby? Go on. Okay, so I'm going to start with her eyes first. Does this look tilted?
Tilted? What do you mean
No,
tilted?
I think it just might be me.
It looks fine to me over here.
Okay.
You're tilted.
Maybe. Probably. But I like to use W9 for their eyes, like the part that would be inked up in black. So, and I just very carefully go over that. Would you quit, Puddin'? Grody little dog.
So what? Oh, you're doing her eyes right now?
Yeah, sorry, there's just not much to her eyes, so I don't know what to talk about.
Well,
what color
eye are you doing? Because that way everybody knows, because we can't see your hands in the way, girl.
I think I'm gonna make her eyes blue. Badu. Where is? I'm gonna use BO5, BO2, and BO1. So I'm gonna start with BO5, and I'm just gonna get a little bit underneath the black.
I always love how you do her eyes.
And then I'm gonna bring it out a little with BO2. I like doing the eyes first, and then they just pop compared to the rest of the image. I think it's fun.
If it was me, I would actually mess her up so bad because of the black.
I have to take
You are talented.
I have to take both caps off because it always pees on me. Or I have to redo her because my hand shakes. Like I probably gotta go back in with the black real fast because one of her pupils is way bigger than the other one. So I'm just gonna make the other one slightly bigger. There we go. And then I'm going to go back with BO5 and just get a little under the black again.
I keep forgetting that your computer over here is delayed. And so I'm like, wait, what? What? No, you're using W9.
And then there's these little details in her eyes that I'm just going to go over with the BO5 as well. There we go. And then for that little shadowy bit on the white part of her eye, I'm going to use W3. I'm just going to get right at the top of her eyelashes. And then I'm going to use W0 and just bring it down a little bit. Not all the way though. And then sparkles so she doesn't look creepy. And I'm using a Signo gel pen. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to do her skin really fast. And I'm going to start with E13. And I'm just going to get right underneath her bangs and around her hair. I'm not doing a super thick line with the E13. Just a little bit. And then I'm going to get underneath her neck. And then around the collar of her shirt and her hands. And then I'm going to get a little bit at the end of her sleeves on her arms. And then her little fingers. There we go. And then on her legs, I'm going to get right underneath her pants.
See, Kat says, I love the blue eyes. I'm a novice with alcohol markers, but learning. We are always learning. I've been doing it using Copic since 2013.
Since ye olden times.
And I'm still learning new little tricks, even though I actually went through the Copic certification classes twice just because I wanted to learn so much. And I'm really sad that they don't offer those anymore.
They don't?
No, they don't. They haven't for years.
Why not?
The company that was doing them no longer distributes Copics. Meadow has been coloring with Copic since she was 7.
I started young. I've been coloring with them since I was 7, but I don't think I really, tried getting good with them until I was, 10 or 11, though.
Yeah, but you used to color with them and you would try to blend.
Oh, I would?
Yeah, you would try.
I feel like her fingers aren't going to come out right. I think those are just little bloops.
Her fingers are small. Kat says, wow, that is awesome.
I still need to get better with fingers with the no line. That would just look like smudges.
I like the new software that we're using with the camera.
Yeah.
Because now everyone can see even though you use the desert sand ink, they can still see your lines.
They couldn't before?
No.
Oh.
I could not see anything.
Nothing.
Because we couldn't zoom in that
Yeah.
close and it be clear.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So I'm really excited. I'm happy we started using this new software.
Yeah.
Even though it's expensive. But it's nice.
It's worth it.
Yeah, totally worth the money. Can't wait to use it for a retreat.
Yeah, that's going to be nice. Okay, so that was E21, and now I'm going to do her cheeks really fast. I'm going to start with R20, and I'm just going to make little half circles under her eyes, on her cheeks. I think I brought that one out a little far, but that's fine. And then bring it out a little with R30. And then blend it in with E00. And then I'm also going over the other bits as well with E00. And then smaller areas like her neck and her hands, I'm just filling those in with the E00. And like her legs as well. And then for her face though, it's not completely colored in, so I'm going to fill it in with E00. There we go. And then really fast with, let's see, what does this look like? Yeah, I'm just going to go back with E11 really fast and just add a line, very thin line around her hair. And then also on her neck. There we go. And I am going to go back a little bit and blend it out with E21.
That's looking pretty.
Thank you, Mama.
I love how smooth your coloring is.
I think that's on the camera. Because it don't look that smooth up close. Let's see. Oh, I need to do her mouth. Where? I'm gonna use R05, and I'm just gonna get one side of her tongue, and then fill it in with R02. There we go. And then with an art liner or a Copic or Sharpie multi-liner, I use a 01, but I just fill in her mouth, and I'm also going over her teeth. And then I just go back with the white gel pen and give her teeth. Give her some dentures. There we go. So, since I got my colors out, I'm going to do her jeans really fast. And I'm using B97. I can look at the letter and stuff and see what it's called, but I just can't say it. Can't spit it out. So I'm going to get right under her shirt. And down the side a little bit. On her booty. And then I'll get the bottom of her pants a little bit. And then the back of her knees. And then the inside of her jeans. And then that little mark where her knee is. And then I'm going to go in with B95. And just bring it out a little. I always overblend the jeans, but I feel like since jeans have that washy look, that it looks fine anyways, and it works out. And even though it's overblended, you don't need to go back and try and fix it. And then I'm going to finish her jeans with B91. There we go, her jeans are all done. So, pink shirt and green jacket, or pink jacket and green shirt?
Pink jacket.
Okay. I'm thinking like pink jacket with white polka dots. What do you think?
Okay.
Or I could just do a plain pink jacket and then a green shirt with white polka dots. Or something. I don't know. Either way, her jacket's going to be pink. And I'm starting with R22. And let's see. Where do I start? I'm going to start on her shoulders. Just at the top of her shoulders. And then above her arms. And I'll get the edge of her sleeve and then the bottom of her arm. And then under her arm. And then the same thing for the other side. Getting the edge of her sleeve and on the bottom of her arm. And then I'm going to bring that out a little with R20.
Kat says, I'm 62. I'm mesmerized by watching you color. I so love learning from the youth. LOL. That means you, Meadow. Haha. You have so much to offer us, and yet so many of my generation think they're above it. That is true. I learn from them from Meadow and my son all the time. My son, it's more or less
Video games.
And how the generation speaks, because he'll sit there and say words and I'm like, what? And now I'm like, okay, so this is how my grandfather felt.
I think it's funny, some of the newer words and stuff, he started saying them as a joke to mock other children, but he uses them so often that it's just become his vocabulary now. You know what? I'm going to add little dots on her jacket to make it look fuzzy like a little sweater. Or try to. What you doing over there, And that was R22, by the way. And then I'm gonna do the same, just go over those with R20. I'm not really blending them out, just adding some more dots. I like that, that's cute. So now for her shirt, I'm going to use YG17. And I'm just going to add a thin line around her arms, her sweater. Pretty, no. I feel like this is a lot darker than it normally is. And then I'm going to bring that out with YG03. I feel like I should have left the YG17 out and should have done it lighter. Because I think my YG17 is weird. It needs to be changed. I could have swore I just changed it though. Although I do use it a lot. So now I'm going to fill it in with YG01. There we go. And I'm going to use a white gel pen to add some polka dots. Just some little ones. There we go. Now she has a cute little polka dot shirt. And I'm going to do her shoes really fast. I'll get like all the little things out the way. And what colors? I'm going to use W9. And I'm just going to get like the side and then the whole bottom of her shoes. So, but on this one, the little bean one, I'm going to get like the back heel and then all along the bottom. And then a little dot on each side of the straps. I should have made them brown. Oh well. Now I'm going to bring that out a little with W7. Please stop, you're fine. My hand keeps shaking with this one, so it's going to look a little weird. And then I'm going to fill it in with W5. And there we go. So now all that's left is her little bows and her hair. I'm thinking her little bows I'm just going to make pink so they'll match her sweater. I'm going to use R22.
That looks super cute, ditto. Very springy.
Yeah, springy.
Kat says, too cute.
Thank you.
Definitely very springy.
I feel like you're going through a, they're really pretty colors, but you're going through a blue and orange phase, and I'm going through a pink and green phase.
You're always in a pink phase.
But pink with green. There's another color. Orange and blue are really pretty though. They make me think like beachy kind of colors.
Yeah.
Hoodie, why you crying? You know Mama's over there, right? And I'm going to fill her bows in with our 00. There we go. For her hair, what should I do? Like blonde, brown?
Do blonde, because you already did brown.
Yeah.
And I did red. Unless you want to do black. But I don't think black
I don't
would
think
look
that
right.
would look cute with that.
I mean, it would, but...
And I'm not very good with black hair. I need to get better with it. My brain just farted. I don't remember what colors I used for blonde. This one, this one.
We'll read those ones out loud so they know.
Let's see, this one and this one. So I'm using E33, E53, 51, and 50. I might use this 55 for a little contrast though. Maybe. I'll do the other colors first and then if I want to, I'll go back with that. So I'm going to start with E33. And I like to start at the top of the bangs and just make some flicks. And for no line hair or even regular hair, I like to make, like the drawn lines, I like to make the flicks on those a little longer than the ones that are just in the blank spaces, so the details of the image stand out a little more. Right, let's try to.
Kat says that really highlights the bangs. That looks cute, Meadow.
Thank you, Mama. I do like how you do hair though, because I feel like mine always looks flat.
Nah. Every time you look down to do your coloring, Meadow, all I can see is your ear and part of your head. It's quite funny. I'll be right back. I'm going to go start the oven.
Okay. Did Daddy ever fix the oven?
No.
Should we wait to see if it's going to heat up first?
That's what I'm going to do.
Okay. I love her hair so much. I really like the hair down with the little buns. Even hair up with little buns. I think it's cute. I just like buns. I like little buns and I cannot lie. So she had, for her bangs, she has these parts on the side that are coming down. For the base part of her hair, I'm just going to completely outline that. Just so it looks like it's, I guess like there's a shadow. I don't normally worry about the shadows too much, but I feel like with her bangs and around her body, I tend to make a little shadow just so it's not just a blob of color and she stands out more. Now I'm starting to do the flicks again. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm just going to completely outline her bangs and her body. There we go. And then, again, just gonna do all the little flicks. I feel like with hair, mapping out where you want like all the flicks and stuff to go, that's what takes the longest. And then when you fill all the other colors in, it goes by super fast. Like it takes no time at all. I feel like hair's really relaxing though. Especially if you're having fun with it and experimenting with different colors. Like, I normally only do the one color hair, but I've been having a lot of fun with like, you know, blonde to pink or brown to pink or purples and blues and stuff. I think it's been really fun. And I think it looks really cool. Putty, what you doing? Being a weird little pig snorting around. You know, I don't normally do this, but I'm just going to add, like, in these really big spaces, I'm just going to add a few little, just a couple little lines, just so it's not just a white blank space, because with blonde hair, even brown hair, it's just one block of space looks kind of weird to me, at least when I color. So we'll see what that looks like. So, and then for her little buns, I'm gonna outline like around where her head is, and then make some flicks out for each little section. Just a few though, not doing a whole lot. And then the same thing for the other one, just gonna outline it where her head is. There we go. And now that we're done mapping it all out, I'm gonna go in with E53 and just start doing some flicks and bringing it out with some more. And then around her head, I'm just gonna blend out that line and around her body. Thought I was almost done, but I forgot to do her buns. There we go. And now I'm gonna go over it with E51. I might actually just finish it with this one. So I'm just gonna fill it all in, just very lightly. Not really blending it out, just going over it. And there we go, her hair is all done. I guess she is all done. We just have to add some sparkles. And I'm gonna go over her eyes again. I think I might have put my hand in it or something and it got all dull. So I'm just gonna go back over those really fast. Why is this not coming out? Is it because I went over it already? There we go. Now I'm going to add a sparkle right there. And then I'll add some shinies on her bows. There we go. And I'll add a little sparkle right here. There we go. And, oh, almost forgot little shinies on her shoes as well. There we go. And she is all done. I really like how she came out. So there's mine, and there is Mama's. So let's see. Kat says, she is so cute, you did a beautiful job, and you taught me a couple of things that I'm going to try. Oh, thank you. And Mama isn't back yet. I think she went over the kit, but I don't know, but I will go over it again, just so everyone can see. Let me move all of this really fast and put my markers back in here, just so I can have some space, because they are all over the place. There we go. Okay. So, I'm going to start with the stamp sets, since we just colored them. I colored the girl. And I'm going to zoom out a little. There we go. Also need paper. I have a scrap here. So, the girl we just colored is Fur Mama Meadow. And, of course, she's Fur Mama, so she comes with a little dog, a bunny, and a cat. And then a little treat bag and a carrier. And then the sentiments are, your possum, friends forever, and pet hair is my glitter. That's very true, since we have bunnies. It's everywhere. So, and then, what's this one again? Pets are family. And I can't wait to use this little fish bowl and the little bird cage with the little fish bowl. I have two little fish. Well, I have two fish. They're kind of huge. But I have a goldfish, and the other one's a goldfish too, but it's like a different type. And it's the one with like the little bumpy hairs. But their names are Marmalade and Horatio, and I want to color these two like them and put them in the little bowl with a little castle and stuff. I think that's going to be really cute. But you got all kinds of little pets. You got a chinchilla, some fish, a hamster, a little bird, and a turtle. I guess that's a tortoise. And then I really like that Mama split up the sentiments, so you can like have best vet, best sitter ever, best vet ever, you know, best groomer. You have with sympathy, pets are family, thank you for caring, and powered by caffeine and pet hair. So I think those are so cute. So those are the two stamp sets. And then, let's see, yep, Mama has the stencil in here. This is the little paws stencil. Let's see. So she says, howdy y'all. Hi Meadow, hello. What's this called again? It's the little paws stencil. I can't wait to use this. This is going to be so fun. I do have some scrapbook pages I want to use this for, because in my scrapbook I have little pages dedicated towards our pets. So I like that, you know, crafting supplies, you can use it for cards or scrapbooks, whatever. So, and then of course the Fur Babies paper pack, which comes in the clear sleeve. And then you got like blues and pinks, and brown. I almost call it green. We got a bunch of cute little paw prints, some paw prints with some leashes. I can't remember what that pattern's called. I think it's Argyle, maybe. I don't know. That's cute though. And then some polka dots, of course. You need polka dots and everything. And then you have some solids, so if you have a hard time matching paper, it's right there. And then some cute stripies. And then another variation of that one. Go. And slide that back in there. I like to put my scraps in here too, just so it's with the paper and it's just all together. And Mama doesn't have it out, I don't think, so I don't think she showed you guys, because I just can't see it. But the ribbon for the subscribers, let me grab it, hang on. Where is it? Do we not have one? Okay, we might not have one for us. But it is on here. So I will zoom in a little so you can see. But for subscribers, you get some cute little ribbon, a little ribbon thing. And I do have some little scraps right here. But this is the ribbon you will be getting. You'll get like a little black one with some white paws and a little white one with black paws. I can't wait to use these. I always forget to use ribbon on cards, but I think it's cute when you add like ribbons and buttons and stuff. So, but that is just for subscribers that get ribbon or embellishment, whatever comes in the kit that month. Let's see, so the order window for the kit is February 1st to the 22nd, and the shipping date is March 5th. So that is the time window for the March 2026 Crafty Crew Kit. And I think that's it. I'm pretty sure that's everything. So thank you all for joining. I did actually I had some fun coloring that tonight. I honestly thought it was going to take a really long time, but it didn't, and I actually liked it. So thank you all for joining, and I will see you all later. Bye everyone.